Hey guys, it's Andre Prado. I am currently driving, but I have this message that I want to offer you guys, and I have, this kind of yearning in my heart for me to actually say something that every single person does not know, and the people who I'll reach to speak to are young people, and even if the music industry gets this, like rappers and R&B stars and all these other people, if you get this message, please hear the warning. I'm not sure if everybody knows, but I'm gonna blow something that people don't want to let you know. And I'm being for real. I've been serious. The Bible says in Revelations about the Laodicean church that they are rich and in need of nothing, but really they are blind and naked. And this is talking about the church, but I wonder if we are blind and naked. I wonder if, according to what Peter wrote, the lust of the flesh and the pride of life is not of the Father but of the world. If our lust for the flesh, if our lust for the world, as we are befriending the world, as we are literally holding hands with the enemy of souls, how much does Jesus want to wake us up? Allow me to educate people for a minute. Most of everybody can tell you that they're no longer, under the law, because why? We're not bowing down to worshiping idols. We're not bowing down to the gold, the silver, the bronze, the wood, and the iron, and the rocks that they carved. But little do we realize is what we put on YouTube and those stars that we are watching. Those stars that we are watching and the music that is influencing in our minds. The music that is literally influencing our minds have an actual effect in our characters. Now, according to Galatians chapter 5, it talks about the works of the flesh. And it talks about adultery. It talks about fornication. It talks about, violence. It talks about all these other things. 2, which is idolatry and sorcery. Allow me to educate people. If idolatry is only supposed to be focused on idols, man, if idolatry is only meant to be focused on idols, then what is an idol? I wonder if you guys have ever watched the show American Idol. And a lot of people with their signs, a lot of people looking at the best of all singers. American Idol, Australian Idol. Are we idol worshiping? Are we? The word sorcery is actually taken from the word of witchcraft. But it's actually translated from the Greek as pharmakia. And pharmakia, you get the actual word pharmacy, or medicine. What does medicine do? Well, it's supposed, like, if you have a backache and you take a Panadol, it's supposed to take the pain away. But not really. The pain is there. It's just being masqueraded. It's just being covered with a blanket and telling the brain, you know what, you don't have to worry about that. It's a substitute for your pain, but the pain is still there. It doesn't do nothing. So really, with the emphasis of pharmakia is something to medicate. And medicine actually medicates the mind. So if music can actually be used to medicate the mind, then what is it medicating you away from? What is it medicating your mind away from? It is medicating your mind away from God. The less God you have in your life, the more devil. Like, for example, have you ever guys heard the catchphrase, new level, new devil? Now time to blow this. Did you guys know that half of all the artists that are that have, you know, you guys listen to, such as Eminem, Dr. Dre, Beyonce, Jay-Z, all these artists, even the reggaeton stars, every kind of music, all of those artists that we are spending our time with in our iPods, on our phones, listening to them on YouTube. I'm guilty of this myself, but I actually have remembered something. Did you guys know that who you see is not them, but the devil himself? For example, Beyonce has got an alter ego called Sasha Fierce. And when Sasha Fierce comes on, Sasha Fierce is the one that you see, not Beyonce. Did you guys know that this alter ego is nothing more than an actual higher level for her, which is demonic possession? Demonic possession. And how did she manage to get this level of demonic possession? Well, let me see if I can illustrate this for a moment. Half of all these artists, actors, even diplomats like George Bush or whatever, like all these kind of people have actually sold their souls to the devil. They all have sold their souls to the devil, and what they do is they cut their fingers and they write their names in blood. But one of the things that they fail to do is, once they offer everything to the devil, once the devil offers them everything, such as money, fortune, and fame, glory, all these other things, is what the devil was offering Jesus in Matthew chapter 3, or Matthew chapter 4, sorry, when he went to Mount of Temptation. And he was offering him three things for him to, one, test him if he's the Son of God, if he can transform the stone into bread. Two, to actually fall off this high edge and the angels will catch him. What was he trying to do? To tempt Jesus. But the third one is for Jesus to bow down and worship. Guys, the devil wants worship. The devil wants worship. And the thing is, he's masquerading this level of worship with the music you guys are listening to. He's masquerading. Imagine if somebody was playing a really cruel trick. And let's say that there was an arranged marriage. And somebody wanted to pay a really cruel joke at someone. So the wedding happened. The priest and everybody was into this, okay? This is just the story I'm making up in my head, but let me see if the analogy actually fits. So this guy, you know, they actually dress him up as a woman. The guy at the altar, he's actually very much excited. And what happened was, what he actually got was not what he thought. It was not what he thought. What he got was a man. Now, I'm not... Look, this is happening today between gay marriages and stuff. I'm not gonna discuss anything like that, but I'm talking about a straight guy, okay? This guy was completely in shock. An arranged marriage to go like this. When he unveiled what his bride was gonna be, it was a man, and they were all laughing their heads off. It's a practical and cruelest joke. But this is what the devil is doing. He is masquerading music for you to be so gone, Like your frontal lobes are no longer thinking. And the thing is, brothers and sisters, these guys that actually make this high level of music, such as Beyonce, or every single person, I don't care the kind of music there is. I don't care. Each one of them have sold their souls to the devil, but there's a dangerous part. Is that they're too scared to leave because they got a $10,000 price in their head. A literal assassin will go and assassinate them if they were to try and leave. The devil isn't playing any games with this artist, and the artists know. Are they sick and tired? Well, we know that Robin Williams, completely possessed as he is, had enough, so he committed suicide. He even said, you know, I'm just a medium, man. I'm just a medium. Every single artist out there have offered their souls to the devil. And they come from the devil's army. And guys, the more time that we're spending with these people, the less time do we have for God. The more time we're spending with the Christian version of this music, the less time we have away from God. My brothers and sisters, I'm asking every single person to snap out of it and wake up. This is the truth. All these artists who we listen to have got a hidden agenda. Jimi Hendrix said, you know, we'll get them until they no longer can reason for themselves. And then we offer them our doctrines. I reworded it myself, but that's practically what he said. They've got doctrines that they want to tell you, and Lucifer's main doctrine is do what thou wilt, or do your own thing. That's what every song is about. That's why every single follower of, for example, Ashton LaVey, or I forgot his other name. Guys, all of these guys are Satanists or high level degree in the Illuminati. Like, I don't believe that Jay-Z is Illuminati, as people have wrote on. I think it's just a very high level of Satanist, because he was wearing one time a jumper of "Do What Thou Will," which is, Ashton LaVey's main commandment in the Satanic Bible. I'm literally just want to wake people up, you know. This is the truth, guys. The music that we're spending and listening to, one day will get us into such a position. Like, for example, you cannot just listen to rock music, you know. You need to go even deeper. You need to go into heavy and much heavier stuff. Guys, it's time to wake up. This is Andres Prada, and you know, I'm just I don't care how far away you have gone in your life. I don't care if you've listened to this kind of music before. I don't care. Because your past does not define you. What you're doing today does not define you. What defines you is when you have accepted Jesus Christ in your life. What defines you is when you have spent so much time in His Word. What defines you is when you stop and throw all that junk out of your house in order for you to earn such great salvation. Salvation is not bought. Salvation is given as a gift. And whether you like it or not, the offer is there. And even if half of you artists have to pay with your lives. You know, the martyrs that were murdered, in like 50 million martyrs were all murdered in the past. And you know what? They considered it a blessing for them to die for Jesus Christ. Why are we so afraid when Christ is offering us eternal life? Why are we so afraid of the devil? He may be a roaring lion waiting to see who he can devour, but God is the Lion of Judah. His roar can actually destroy this planet alone. He will come. And when he comes, you will see him in the air, coming from the east, with thousands upon thousands of angels. And the side that you stand on, you will actually be able to be amazed at the glory of Jesus coming. As people who were literally persecuting God's people over the Sabbath, over the commandments of God. And you will see if you ever get the chance to fall into God's truth and about the Sabbath and everything else. Guys, the end of days is not a matter of accepting the mark of the beast. The end of days is a matter of worship. The devil has his day. God has his day. The devil has his ways. God has his ways. And it is up to you who's in the middle to choose which one. See, the devil forces will. God gave you free will. Guys, I might have gone over 10 minutes. I am long-winded. I apologize for that. God bless. But just, if anything, man, if persecution is going to come at the end of days, consider it an awesome experience when you're persecuted right now. And I'm talking about you artists out there. You know, you guys, if you guys are being persecuted, and if you guys have a death penalty because of your mistakes, you know what? When you give yourselves to Christ and listen to the 3 angels' messages, there is freedom in that. There's freedom in that. Jesus was sent to this world to save the captives free. The problem is, will you choose to remain captive, or will you choose to remain free, even though we are in this world? And this world is our captivity. Until we are set free and turn this body from mortal to immortality, when Jesus comes, you'll see him. You'll see him come. I don't know when, but the preparation starts now. God bless, guys. I talked for too long. I gotta go to work. God bless, man. Bye.